Hello everyone. So I am doing this video as a request from one of my YouTube subscribers. She asked me to share all of the goodies and stuff that I got from my Supernatural convention weekend. So I thought I would go ahead and share that with you now while I had a little bit of downtime and free time, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So CHA Sean Scrapper, this is for you. So when you first get there and you check in, you get a lanyard with a ticket in it showing you either what package you have or, you know, the general mission, you know, whatever. Because for autographs and photos and stuff, I mean, that's how they ended up doing it. If you know, if you were a gold and you bought a ticket, you got to go in first, no matter what your ticket number was. And then, you know, so on and so forth. So, so you get, oh, let me zoom in there a little. So you get a ticket like this. We had really great seats. Third row, we were off to the left of the stage, but we were like the second and third seat in from the aisle. So we got really great pictures. You know, we got to get really close. At one point, Mark Shepard was down our aisle and stopped right at the seats behind us. So if my sister wanted to, she could have reached out and touched his butt. And as a chicken, she didn't. And at one point, his butt was facing us. Just saying. So, you know, but it was really just fantastic weekend. I have to say that. Just amazing. So I loved it. So that's what you get, and you have to have that at all times to get into the show and stuff like that. And then we also got a gold patrons exclusive panel with Jared and Jensen Sunday morning. So you had to have this plus your wristband. I think my wristband is still up in my suitcase. I emptied my clothes, but forgot to empty out a few other things. So, you know, that's going to go in the scrapbook as well. So you get that. I picked up a couple of shot glasses. They both say Supernatural on it. This one says the television series. Kind of bummed that it says that, but that's okay. And then this, oh, I'm sorry, and this one on the back, it says Lucifer, Lilith, Yellow-Eyed Demon, Croatoan Zombie, and Bloody Mary. So that's really cool. And this is the side that actually shows up or stays visible. And then this one, it says Supernatural, Join the Hunt. So two different size shot glasses, and they're see-through on the bottom. Well, there you go. Can you see? Finger. Let's see, what else? I also, from the same table, they had a lot of vendors. They had to be really good and not buy everything. Because even though money comes from paper, it really does not exactly grow on trees. That's how I look at it some days. But I did end up buying two stickers. So this one says Winchester Brothers, Hunting Evil since 1983. And I love that it's such a, it's not a generic, but it's a really simple, you know, tag there. No holes in it. Plan to keep it. As well as this big old bumper sticker. We zoom back out. And those will be fun for in the scrapbook and stuff that I think I'm going to be doing with the pictures. Some of the pictures will get displayed, but I think I'm going to end up putting them in an album because I took like 200 and something pictures with my camera and a whole bunch of videos, which I then put into their own videos. So like and my sister gave me all of her pictures and stuff, so we were actually sharing. She keeps her copy, and then I'm going to send her all of mine, and so on and so forth. So basically any videos we took from the beginning of the convention itself to the end got put into one movie. Karaoke, which we also had access to, gets to go into another one, and there's a concert on Saturday, Loudon Swain's Saturday night special. So anything from that went into its own little video. So instead of having 7 to 20 little clips. We actually only have like 3 videos, so that's fun. And I just finished that, thankfully. I also picked up, the string is just the lanyard here, but I also picked up some pins. And these are a few of the pins that they had that were my favorite. So let's see if that'll zoom in. There we go. These are my favorite characters, and I will explain as I go what my, how they're my favorite, because there's so many on the show. I love them all. So this is Felicia Day. She plays Charlie on the show, and I think as the reoccurring sisterly character on the show, that's how I look at her character. She's my favorite. I love her as an actress. I think she's fantastic. I actually didn't know much about her until my husband had me watching The Guild. And out of all the people on that show, I liked her the most. And then she showed up on Eureka for almost a full season, I believe. Or was it a season and a half? It's been so while since I've seen Eureka. And, so I really got hooked, and then when she came on this one, I was like, yeah. And that's kind of how my husband got hooked on watching Eureka and Supernaturals, because I was like, hey, Felicia Day. And that's his favorite redhead. So, and if I was a redhead, I'd be a little upset. So I picked up that pin, and then we also have Castiel, played by Misha Collins, who is my favorite angel. Love him. I think he's a great actor. It was funny. I was on Facebook one day, and I've liked Misha Collins' page, and he'd posted a picture of him younger, and I was like, God, that looks really familiar. The picture that he'd posted looked, like something out of a TV show. I was like, but that's not Supernatural. What have I seen that? I went back and looked, and it turned out that happened to be a picture from one of the episodes he was on in Charmed. So I was like, sweet. I'd watched Misha Collins before I knew he was Misha Collins, And so it was kind of cool for me. I thought that was interesting. Because to me it was, my two worlds collide, and, it was, yeah. Anyways, so favorite angel, and then you've got Sam and Dean, played by Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles. And they're 2 out of the 3. I didn't get another button for him. Favorite hunters. I also like Bobby Singer on the show, but the name of the actor escapes me at the moment. And then my favorite male, and you'll know why I specified that, Demon, the king of hell himself, Crowley. So I went ahead and picked up these 4 because that was all they had left, sadly. But I think I'm going to try and track down the rest of the ones that I want. And then onto the pictures. So I ended up buying a couple of autographs because I wanted them, and one of them I thought I was getting and didn't. So I wanted Felicia Day's autograph. So I went ahead, and picked that up. I even had her sign, I'm trying to do this, so I even asked her to put my husband's name on there, because I thought that would be really cool for him to, know that I was thinking of him while doing all this, while he was gone and stuff like that. He really thought it was sweet. So, and then I also have the ticket. And the number on there is just so, they could split up the group, so it wasn't like this mad dash of people going. So like I said, I think they went by gold patrons that had them, but I think that was for something else. I forget. So, so there's her ticket. And then we bought the picture thinking that you know, he was included in our thing, but then we like found out, oh no, we were wrong. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of dust on this one, sorry. So we picked up this picture, and then we went back and bought autograph tickets. Again, same thing. And this is Matt Cohen. He plays John Winchester, the young version of John Winchester, the boys' father. And then I think the rest of them are all portrait, or landscape. Landscape? Yeah. And then here we have, I'm going to mess up his name, Toem? I lost it. I cannot find his last name or think of it. Oh, there it is. Toem Penikeet. He played Ezekiel Gadriel on the show, and this is actually a screenshot of that episode. Then we have Mama Tran, played by Lauren Tom. She actually did the voice of Agent 4, number 4. I'm not sure, I didn't watch the show. Codename Kids. She did the voice of that girl. And if you happen to watch it, or already know, he actually plays one of the characters in Battlestar Galactica. So it was kind of fun to see those. Again, you know, didn't watch the show, but I knew who he was. As soon as he said Battlestar, I was like, oh yeah, he was on there. This is my favorite female demon, the Queen of Hell, Abaddon. This is, the character is Abaddon, played by Elena Huffman, I believe is how you pronounce her name. She was super nice. Super, super nice. And we have Gil McKinney, who plays what me and my sister refer to keep track of who they were until we really could remember names to faces. We referred to him as Young Grandpa, because this is Sam and Dean's grandpa who travels through time or whatever, but it's the younger version of him, so we call him Young Grandpa. And then of course the King of Hell, Crowley. Like I said, they had this huge table where we got to pick, you know, the pictures that we wanted and who we wanted and stuff, so we went with the best ones. And then I also picked up this one with all 3 of the boys. Let me bring that down a little. Let me zoom in some too. Cut out some of that glare. There we go. So I got a picture with all 3 of them. So Misha Collins, Castiel, brain fart, Jensen Ackles playing Dean, and Jared Padalecki as Sam. And then last but not least, I decided that we should get our picture taken. So we did. We decided to get our picture taken with our 2 top favorite non-hunters characters. Sorry, I think I'm missing. Nope. So I found out that you could get 2 people in one picture, which was nice, because again, for the price, some of these things were really kind of expensive, kind of pricey. If you break it down, you're like, oh, how does this work? Okay, well, figure they're paying for you know, the photographer and the developing of the film, because it's all developed in the same day. So it didn't seem to really matter what time of day you went. There was, you know, oh, come by and pick them up at 7 p.m., that sort of thing. So, you know, so photographer, development, the space that they're renting, and the actors, so on and so forth. So it was kind of nice that, you know, you could buy 1 ticket but get 2 people in. So I was like, why not do that? So after we found out that they were doing it together. And this is the ticket. I know it's orange. Not that, to me on the screen it looks kind of yellow and yuck. So I asked if you wanted, and she's like, yeah. So there was a long line, so she didn't get to do what she wanted to do to make her boyfriend a little bit jealous, because his favorite character is Crowley. But we went and got pictures done, and we got our pictures taken with Misha and Mark Sheppard. So this would be me, and that shirt looks really bad. This, I will admit, this is not one of my... As you can see, I'm kind of a big person, and I don't like my photo being taken. But, so when I look at this, I see my size, especially compared to my sister, who looks really thin. And, I didn't care. I had a blast, like I said. As my mom says, it looks like I'm holding my breath. I was like, well, it was surreal, because like we weren't like pushed through. It was just like, oh, it's our turn. So we walked up there to get positioned, and I didn't black out, but I think I went a little bit numb because you know, I put my arm around him, and that's kind of where everything it didn't go blurry, but it blurry. Like, I remember putting my arm around Misha and, you know, seeing the front. So it was like, you know, we got into position, and I looked up and, oh, he's ready. And, you know, boom. It was like, smile. Okay. You know, and then we walked away, and it was like, did that really just happen? Because I thought he just had his hand, like, on my back. I didn't realize that, you know, his arm was all the way across, and his head was on. It was so exciting. And like I said in my last video, I got weak in the knees. My husband says I swoon. I say that it was just nerves and, you know, everything else, but whatever. It was... That's the closest I've ever been to any kind of famous person ever. Everybody else seems to have the luck. You know, my husband happened to be at the airport near one of the Olsen twins. You know, my father happened to be sitting at the exit for Big Thunder Railroad at Disneyland and watched, what is his name? The guy that did Titanic get off of the roller coaster while we were standing in line and come out. You know, he got pictures and just like everybody else gets that. So this was just hands down amazing. So my sister wanted to see if Mark would, you know, like kiss her on the cheek to seal the deal. And it just, I had an amazing time. So this picture is actually getting hung up. I made a copy before my sister left. Actually, I take that back. I brought it home, and my sister came down the following week. So I made a copy of it for her, because you could only get one photo. So I made a copy. So we each had one. So that's it. That was my Supernatural weekend. Not a whole lot of stuff. But great. I mean, like I said, I got tons of pictures. I wasn't going to put them all on here, because let me tell you, this would be an hour-long video, just picture-wise. Trying to keep it under 20 minutes. I had an amazing time. I'm so glad my sister came with me. I know what to do for next time, you know, save up money for one. Because I'd love to do, you know, the meet and greets that they had and get my picture taken with, you know, all of the characters, because I think they had Mark, Misha, Jared, Jensen, what was the last one? Yeah, something like that. You know, get all the autographs, just the whole shebang. I'd love to do that again. So, you know, this was a lot of fun. So, thank you for requesting this, CHA Sean Scrapper, and I hope you enjoyed seeing all the goodies. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in, and hopefully not thumbing this down too much because it's not a crafty video, but I had a blast that weekend. It was fun. I'm glad I shared this stuff with you, and look for my next video, which should be a destash video here coming soon. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.